This is Madden 19. I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the New England Patriots. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason, and that can take you deep into January.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, it's been perfection so far. They come in here unbeaten at 14-0.
And just 2 wins away from doing something only 2 teams have ever done. But the most important thing for them now is to make it to the postseason in one piece.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll run on first down. Turner. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And the offense on the field for the first time today, and they were high-powered a week ago.
And they're beginning to believe that they've established a groove. They expect those type of performances each and every week. Running it, throwing it, they're precise.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Knight. He dumps it off for Henry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On first down, Knight. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Chambers. And he's got this way down inside of New England's 10-yard line. A big play that time for the Raiders. 52 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. Now a give, right side. Turner. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. For New England, this is how they will line things up defensively. And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
Looking to throw. Knight. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. In for the score. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Now the try here for the extra point. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Everett with it over the middle. And he's able to get up here to the 26. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. A look at the defensive starters now for the Raiders. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Wide open receiver complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Here's a give to Richard. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Hey, here we go now. 3-19.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it. It's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs. Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So that one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Flush to his right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Turner. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Off the play fake. Knight. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Arnold. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll run on 1st down. Turner. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go.
To throw on 2nd down. Knight. He's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And partner, sayonara to Randy Moss's 0-7 record. That is the 24th receiving touchdown this year for him. He's the new king.
Well, always remember how Randy did it. Going deep, going over the top of people, and catching those touchdown passes. But what we've witnessed here today, what we've witnessed throughout this season, great new memories have been created by the new king.
Point after, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with an Oakland touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
On the ground, Richard, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
He'll return it from the 6. And now running right through it. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90.
And they'll run it here. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally.
Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. From the gun, Knight flushed out right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Back to throw. Knight. And it's complete. Henry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 19 and picking up the 1st. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Off play action. Knight. Throw left side complete. It's Arnold. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. first down. Turner. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. On 2nd down, Turner. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Here we go now.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Bo Scarborough with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. So they go play action, 3 tight ends out there in the heavy set.
Well, they showed everything that suggested running play. Just what you mentioned, 3 tight ends, heavy formation, able to go play action off of it because if you're a defender, you're thinking it's a running play with that much beef on the field.
But they passed it, and they got 6 out of it. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Patriot offense heading back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And right now, a lot to like on that screen. They've wrapped up the division, now currently sitting in the coveted number 2 spot. Of course, you want one, you'd love number 1, but if you can't have one, number 2 is pretty good.
I agree with you totally, and here's the other part, too. The really good teams, the really confident teams, they're not as worried about being number 1. 2 is fine because they feel like they can go on the road and win against number 1 if they absolutely have to. The big thing, though, is clinching one of those early byes and able to sit and get a little rest as the playoffs begin. When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
He'll drop to throw. Complete to Everett. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense in every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Last stop. Last stop. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Gordon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. His first catch, good for 16 and a 1st. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quickly to Gronkowski, that's caught. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 6 there on first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
False start, offense.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play.
Down.
Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal.
All right, here we go. 3.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
They'll set up to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
And Gano's kick is right through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Escaping the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Three red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. They'll try the left side. Turner. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Well, that was a quick hitter drive. They had the huge play to get him down near the goal line, and then they run it in. I don't know that the defense ever had a chance to catch their breath.
A lot of the time now when we see people hit big plays, and each team defines a big play their own way, 10, 15-yard gains. In this case, it was a huge gain. They often want to hurry up and go right away. Keep the momentum going, hit them again, and I think we just saw that there. The second play resulted in pay dirt.
Point after, right down the middle. And a route is on here in this first half. 1 play, 2 plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. Back to throw here. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for New England. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raiders will get it at their 20-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
On second down now, Turner. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2. The offense on third down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Some critical games going on as teams fight for those final playoff berths. Let's get you around the NFL here in a busy Week 16. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And it's the Chiefs who are out in front as they move towards halftime. Tyreek Hill, a touchdown reception. From there, we head down south to Atlanta. check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they trail the visiting Chicago Bears. Jordan Howard, over 100 yards on the afternoon thus far with a touchdown run as well. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And that one all even as they play the visiting Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race, very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now out come the Patriots. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll set up a throw. He hits Abreu as it's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved. And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen. So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. Finding some room at midfield. He's still barreling through. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Marquell Lee, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Gordon, and he'll go down at the 28. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And Gano's kick is right through. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They'll run on first down. Turner, and not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
All right, here we go.
On 2nd down, Turner, and a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. On 3rd down, Knight got his man complete over the middle. That's Arnold. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
A very solid gain of 27.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
On first down, Turner. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. There's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. Had a good move, but only able to work it to the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 30.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Throwing on first down. Knight. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And his throw is incomplete. The Raiders on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds and maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And it's Michel once again. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
New England on third down. Lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Following the penalty, Michel takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Got his left. 4 down, 4 down. Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll drop the throw. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
Now back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain at 21 yards. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue.
They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3.
Let's go. 319.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the
Still
football.
first down.
Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty.
All right, here we go. 319.
On the handoff, it's Michelle. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
Back to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Josh Gordon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Personal foul.
Extra point
Roughing the
try,
kicker.
good by Gano.
Defense.
And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Back now in Foxborough, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Raiders. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Patriots have it.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnover.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
The Patriot offense heading back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you impressed, don't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks if I'm not mistaken.
That does. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Kyle Wilbur in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They're going to look to throw. That is incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
They'll try to run it in. Michelle. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal.
You got him. You got him. You got him.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They'll run on 1st down. Turner, and he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Green 39. Gone.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Knight. And this is going to be incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. That's taken to the 25. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here. And game, the but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
His throw incomplete. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
To Michelle on the dump off. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll lead here to a third down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here.
Brandon, that's a tough guy right there. He knew that was going to happen. In other words, he had to absorb that hit. How about him securing the football, churning the legs a little bit, and gaining what he needed for a first down?
Well, that's the deal. On third down, these guys, they know where the sticks are. He obviously knew right there.
And if you want to be a dependable third down receiver, you've got to be willing to absorb those types of hits and make those sort of plays.
A gain of 6 there on first. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
All right, here we go. Green.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Gordon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. And he's got this one down to the 10. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Looking to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Josh Gordon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Patriots get a score closer. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down. With this deficit, he might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
Gano the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On first down, Turner. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give them 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On second down now, Turner, and he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Here we go now.
Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. The ball comes out, and the Patriots have it.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hurry up, here we go.
He'll drop to throw. Darius running over the middle. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. He'll check this one down to Michel. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
That's out to his running back, Michel. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. And he's got his man on the out route. That one goes for 24 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Now the Patriots moving quickly, hustling up to the line. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So now a big spot for the Pats as they'll go for two.
We got three. Now let's go. Green, 30.
They'll try and run it here, but he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the two-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
This quarterback now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Here we go now.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. Now a handoff to Henry. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you got to feel good about your chances.
The extra point splits the uprights. Final score now from Atlanta. And give that one to the Bears as they wind up winners. Mitch Trubisky, 2 touchdown passes in the W. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. Throwing here to start the drive. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They go play action here on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gordon. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eddie Vanderdoes in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.